Clutch Trucker filmed before he's totally taken over here. Before a live studio audience that is Rusty, the world famous Meatball Dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker channel. Alright, Saturday the 23rd here of October as the project continues. Going to be working on the carpet and the pad in the floor in front of my seating area. The carpet and the board that it's going to hold down the toilet, the carpet that's going to go underneath that, and all that so I can secure the toilet down. And I'm going to start building the steps on the passenger side, and then who knows where we'll go from there. Maybe we'll even get up to the landing section. I've already started on, I'll show you here in a minute, opened up the APU box and the other heat and air conditioner box on the very back wall that the truck feeds, to get all those cleaned out, get those filters cleaned before I start buttoning everything back up and covering it back up. And then, of course, then making sure I have the proper access later. So this is kind of where everything's starting today. Well, here's where we're starting on things today. I decided I need to get the APU cover open up here under what was the main bunk to get it all cleaned out, ready to go. The gap that was down there, the amount of dust and crap down there was just unbelievable. I had to get the cover off that back AC and heat thing so I could take its filter out and clean it. And I'm also going to make it so I have access to that only from the side and not from the top before I start building the platform over there. So, chance to open all this stuff up and do a little cleaning. So, that's what we started with today. Alright, so while those filters are inside drying out, we're going to move on to the floor area here. That's where the steps are going to start, right there at the edge of that board. I'm going to put more pad down here. There's going to be another board there that bolts into the floor, and the same kind of bolts that were on that side, so that my toilet can be screwed down securely to the floor. Got to redo that wall side. So pad here, board there. The carpet's going to continue just over that board and up the wall. And it'll have a little lip that curls up in front of that front step. We're going to put the vent in, which makes that rear air system breathe. So that's where we're at right now. I'm going to go cut that board. All right, another bad sketch time. Whoa, bad sketch time, bad sketch time. Anyway, got to sketch it all out so I know what I'm dealing with. This is the main part of the floor in front of what will be the seating area. There's a vinyl barrier that's already cut there. New pad and carpet going down here. The carpet will extend up another 12.5 inches up the wall for this first step. It'll have a vent in it. There's that little plastic lip, U-shaped lip over there on the wall in front of what used to be the bunk, which the pad and carpet will tuck under there. I've got a little barrier to go between the vinyl and the carpet on that side that I'll put in. Here's the board I am cutting that'll be supporting the toilet area. The carpet will continue over the board, but no pad, because I need a solid platform for the toilet to sit on and then screw down into the wood platform there. So that's the whole concept. Alright, well, I had to do it twice because my original holes I had on that side were off. So I just flipped the board the other way. We've got it now down. It's right up there against that vinyl barrier. And the carpet will go over the top, pad in the middle where my foot is. Carpet will go over the board, and then the toilet can be screwed down. Just when you think all the demo's done, you run into another problem. Just trying to get this latch out of here, because I don't need this. It's sticking out. It doesn't latch to anything anymore now that tray's gone. And of course, it's riveted in. So, I've been trying to saw it out with that. We're going to switch to a newer blade and a more powerful battery. We'll see what happens. Got that damn latch cut out, so at least that's out of the way now. Took 2 blades on the saw to do that. Got the cover back on the APU. Cover back on the rear AC and heat system. Got my pad cut and down in place here in between the 2 boards. Next we'll cut the carpet. Alright, you can see the carpet is now down in what will now be the seating area over that APU system. Got that little liner thing in that goes between the vinyl that was already there and the new carpet. It tucks under that little plastic rail there. Goes over to the board that is screwed down. You can see the edge of it there. And the toilet, we're going to turn that around, and then we're going to screw that down to that board. I got that wall now done. Then since I was back here cleaning everything today, I did more cleaning. Tried to, before we button all this stuff up and cover it up again, I figured let's clean some down here. So you can clean the back walls and side corner, even though you're not going to see that anymore, but tried to get things looking a little bit better down there, right? So before I officially screwed the toilet down, I wanted to make sure I got the right placement, right where I want it, and I think that's going to work there real good. Now these are the screws they gave me with the toilet to screw that thing down. But you can see I'm having to reach in from this outside hatch in there to the back of the toilet. And you can see where there's that one, there's that one. And the other two holes are way up there. I'm not even sure I can reach those. So I'm going to start with the two rear ones and see if I can get those tightened down. So I pulled out the old stubby driver. We'll see if we can make it work. Okay, well, I got two of the screws in. I couldn't reach those other two further up in there. I'll have to see if maybe my wife can try to do that for me tomorrow. But it is screwed down in place. Let me show you how now the whole cassette toilet part thing is going to work. All right, here's the cassette part of the cassette toilet. Essentially a mini black portable tank. It has wheels. Little handle, little flip up. So what we do is after we've emptied it, we go in the side door here, and it just rides straight up in there until it clicks. And see, now it's in place and ready to use. I did not end up having to cut another door. This is going to be my access door for the cassette toilet right there. Water feeding right here. Electric here if I do use the electric flush, which I plan not to use very often. And if you need to get this out, pop that up. Comes right out the side door here of my truck. That's handy, baby. Well, I think that's where we're stopping tonight. I hope to get to the steps over here, but I've been working at this today since about 1 p.m. It is now midnight. And I've had to stop for various little family things in the middle here and there, but you know, things like that latch took forever. That inverter right there, by the way, is going to be moving. Actually, I have a 3,000 watt inverter. Right behind where the toilet is right now, that back wall of the toilet, there is going to be a wall that'll go up a little bit more to create a countertop for my sink area, and then beyond that will be the closet. All right, and then this is going to be covered in an extra sink or extra countertop thing. We'll explain all that as we get to the project in that part. At least the carpet looks good. Got that down. And toilet is now secured to the floor. It's in a good location. It's looking good. Almost forgot. One thing I wanted to address here in the video tonight is, because I've had so many comments about this since the whole project has begun, is the added weight. People keep saying, well, how much, added weight is this going to cause on the truck? And will you be able to take, as heavy loads, yada, yada, yada. The short answer is, I don't know. I really don't know until the project is complete. I tried, I started the truck up today, let the airbags filled up, used the app way to check what it was saying my drive axle weight was at the time, which was only like, 7,000 to 8,000 pounds or something. But I'm not under a trailer, so it was calculated when I had to calibrate it, when I was attached to a trailer, yada, yada, yada. So I'm really not going to know if I've added a lot of extra weight or just a little bit here and there on the whole project until it's all done. That's the short answer I can give you. I know I took out at least, probably somewhere between 500 and 1,000 pounds with the upper bunk thing, the lower bunk thing. Yes, they were made out of plastic and so forth, but they were heavy. The cabinets that were in here were heavy because, yes, they were molded plastic, but that was heavy stuff. I think they just used that for the ease, not necessarily for the weight. But a lot of the stuff I took out of here, I took out, 3 cabinets. I took out the upper bunk, the lower bunk tray, a lot of stuff. All right, so it's going to be hard to say, not to mention cutting out the back wall, what the weight difference is going to be. So the short answer is, I don't know. And I won't know until the project is done. As soon as it's done, I'm going to go fill the truck up, fill the tanks, I'll connect to my trailer, and I'm going to get a brand new empty weight so I'll know exactly where we stand. Unfortunately, this is why this project now is at 4 weeks, and we're not done. Because every day I hope to get more done than I actually get done, because I run into some other problem, like that frickin' latch. Anyway, progress is still being made, and we are proceeding ahead, so tune in tomorrow again, as we'll have another update for you, as the Clutch Trucker or Sleeper remodel continues. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. Yeah, at least got the carpet down, the toilet's now installed and in place and all that, so it's starting to it's kind of happening a little bit here, so we'll just kind of keep plugging away. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment if you'd like to. Only if you'd like to. I get to your comments usually within 24 hours now that I'm doing this project. There's Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, and as always, sniff that magic YouTube fairy dust. Clutch and Rusty, out. Hey, look, Professor, if you don't mind, maybe we could go get a bite to eat tonight. Oh, I'm sorry, Thornton. I have class tonight. Well, how about tomorrow night? Oh, I'm sorry. No, I have class then, too. Well, why don't you call me sometime when you have no class? Rusty. Alright, there he is, the famous meatball dog. Run, Rusty, run! Rusty. What, you hear something? Smell something?